S Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister, and China's Minister, Foreign Minister, beg your pardon, review the LAC disengagement. After the Himalayans saw the line of actual control, China is seeking boosting of bilateral ties. China indicates resume direct flights, more visas, allow movement of journalists is what is being said. Thawing of ties is what we're seeing right now, essentially. After disengagement, what next? Improve relations, improve movement across the borders is what is being said. Allow journalists to go to China, report movement of journalists, one step, resuming of flights, direct flights, more flights, all of that should be looked at. Boosting of bilateral ties. These are developments we're reporting on as far as the thaw between China and India is concerned.
Our contribution to both platforms was notable in shaping the eventual outcomes. But it was a reminder to us of the importance of our two countries in international politics. It was also, Excellency, an equally significant testimony of why our bilateral relations are so important. In Kazan, our leaders reached a consensus on taking next steps on our relationship, bearing in mind the understanding of 21 October. I'm glad to note that on the ground, the implementation of that understanding has proceeded as planned.
Geeta, disengagement, de-escalation in Eastern Ladakh, now working on improving ties. Just talk to us a little about what really is on the agenda. What does it look like as far as the priority list of both these countries in improving bilateral equations is concerned?
Well, amid all the conflicts and wars, Sneha, it does seem like India and China are on the same page on many issues, very far removed from how the West is thinking on resolution of these crises across the world. And on that count and on a very important aspect of supply chain, while resilience is required, while India needs to become the alternative, there is a realization also that India continues to do a lot of trade and business with China, and China continues to remain an indispensable part of the global supply chain machine. And therefore, there is a need not just to resolve and have a working relationship with China. The disengagement was an example of how India put its foot down, saying that it is not going to take things lying down, and China will have to move back. China, feeling the pressure of the West, knows that it cannot have an acrimonious relationship with India, and therefore both countries now not just looking at the post initial disengagement at the LAC, how to move forward to complete resolution of the crisis, and then take it forward to the next level, which is what Dr. Jaishankar was talking about on bilateral ties, which has been on hold for quite some time. There have been no leadership level meetings or talks, apart from the meetings that took place to resolve the border crisis. The fact that the two leaders are meeting and exchanging views on the next step is a step forward, and we'll have to wait and see how that really pans out at the leadership level, given that the leaders also had met not so long ago.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Geeta Mohan getting in those details as far as the next step towards resuming of improving bilateral ties is concerned. This involves countries India and China after de-escalation, disengagement. Now working on improving the relations between two countries is on top of the agenda.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.